flying by here. It feels like every single day is like the next week. Like I feel like there is no Tuesday through like Friday doesn't exist. It's just goes Sunday, Thursday, Saturday. Those are like the only days in my life. Well, Monday too, technically, but good looks on the NBA sweep. Appreciate it, Austin. Yeah, back to back. How you down? Felt good about it. I went into yesterday. The past like week, I'm gonna be honest. Like I felt going into my picks so iffy because I've been taking like closer odds. Like I had like a lot of guys that are in the space, especially in the betting space, will consistently take minus 135, minus 145, minus 150, all that, and like their bets will feel great because they're getting like insane odds. Recently, over the past like week or two, I've been trying to be as close to even odds and take some plus money like gambles and everything. And I mean, it's paid off. We've been cashing out big, and it makes it feel a little bit more risky when you're doing that. When you're trying to find like really close odds or whatever, or trying to just take advantage. We had crazy CLV closing line value on the first day of NBA sweep, where we got that Trae Young play. When I posted that in Discord, it was at plus 115. When I posted it on Twitter, I think it went down to plus 110. But either way, you're getting insane value, and that was nuts. That was insane. That was actually nuts. That was pretty cool. It went all the way down to minus 140 the next day. So yeah, that was insane odds. Anyway, what's going on, Derek? Hungover, ready to make some money? Love to hear that. Jake, what's going on, boss man? Insidious, how you down? Ray, let's fucking get it, boys. Joe Mixon 2 touchdowns? I don't think today. Today, I don't love it. We'll go over all that. Kidon shaved his head. Safe to say he's an over. Yeah, we'll get into all of that here. Starting, and again, we're on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure if you're not on Underdog Fantasy, you get on Underdog Fantasy using code BDGE when you sign up. It's on the shirt. And you'll receive up to $1,000 as well as a free square for Matt Stafford. I think you get Matt Stafford and you get Justin Herbert. So it's pretty sick. Yeah, it's waste no time. So again, we're going to go over every single slate of games. That's how I normally do it in these live streams. We do this for about an hour. I sit here and I yap. Talk about every game. Talk about the side I like. Talk about what I think the script's going to end up being like. And we kind of roll from there. Over the past 3 weeks, we have hit every single live stream play. 3 weeks in a row. Every single live stream play we have hit. I might have just jinxed us. I might have just jinxed us big time. But we have hit it every single day. We will get into that by the end of the stream. We will have a live stream lock for you guys. I was looking through for earlier to see like a little trying to think of what I really like. Haven't found it yet, but normally it comes with me during the live stream. So maybe we can cook something up, or one of you guys has a really good play that I like that we'll lock in. But for now, I'm going to start with Detroit and the Colts. First game on. 7.5 spread, you can get it for the Colts. I would not take that. The Lions are dismantling every single team they play against. I would lean, if anything, -7. But the Colts are a scrappy team. They're a good coach team. Shane Steichen obviously knows what he's doing. The offense looked better versus the Jets last week. Still not fantastic, though. But definitely looked a lot better. Anthony Richardson's line's down at 207.5 for a reason, which makes you question a few things. But the things that we don't question is Jahmyr Gibbs' running ability, right? Going against an Indianapolis defense that is, quite frankly, bad, right? Longest rush at 15.5, and you're probably like, Gut, why do we keep taking as long as... I've taken this play 7 times. I have cashed out 7 times. If he is right now in the entire league, he is the 3rd highest explosive run rate. And he is the 5th most explosive run rate since 2020, since he came into the league last year. Right? So you look at this. 8 of 10 games, he's hit over this mark this season. And again, you go to this Indianapolis defense, like they giving up rushing touchdown longs. So longest rushing touchdowns. They're 28th in the league. 31st in rushing attempts. 27th in rushing yards. They are bad versus the run. Straight up. Jahmyr Gibbs at 15.5 feels fantastic. Like, look at the room we're getting. He's at 24, 18, 20. He had 15 versus Dallas. Now, again, blowout, like absolute blowout. So that's a little bit different. In LA was game 1 of the NFL season, so take that with a grain of salt. Didn't play much of preseason. Minnesota, Tennessee, Green Bay, Houston, Jacksonville. Now he goes into an Indianapolis team that has been shredded in the past. You look at past running backs and their lines right here, right? You see, I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen, actually. Yeah, you can. You can see a little bit glimpse of it in the bottom right corner. 18 for Breece Hall. James Cook, 20. They also do have, like, backups listed here, so, again, mind that. Aaron Jones fell short at 13, so we could note that. But Joe Mixon at 21. Raheem, Jalen, and Devon Achane, 14, 19, 15. Tony Pollard, 23. Tank Bigsby, 65. Tank Bigsby getting 65 is kind of nuts. And then Josh Jacobs in week 1, 34. So, or in week 2, I think that was. So you look at it, and you're like, it feels pretty good. Jahmyr Gibbs been absolutely insane. I think they're going to be up in this game as well, which makes me lean over on the rushing longest yard. This was the live stream play last week, and we cashed out on it. And now I got this play at 67.5 when I posted it for you guys. At one point, it dropped to 66.5. I think I posted it at actually 66.5. I apologize. 66.5. So we got pretty good value here, right? It is 7 of 10 games, averaging 80 yards a game. Obviously, again, like I said earlier, this team's horrible against running backs. I think they're going to be up. Game script fits perfect. And normally Jahmyr Gibbs gets the mid, like, third quarter, end of third quarter touches. Normally Monty will finish out the game for the most part. So normally Jahmyr Gibbs coming out of halftime pretty fresh and ready to rock. And that's when he has his most explosive runs. So hopefully we can see a big one here today. 66.5 feels just a little bit low versus a team that's very susceptible to big rushing days. Now, again, you look at the teams he misses against in week 1. Wash. A Dallas defense in an absolute blowout. I don't think this is going to be the same case. Green Bay, they have actually a pretty good run defense so far this season, despite them being hot and cold all season. But again, you look at his attempt line. Never had a game under 11 attempts. That's what you love to see. Had a game at 19 attempts. If he gets anything like that again, that'd be nuts. But yeah, so we absolutely love this rushing yard line, right? Tommy Cutlett's going to sling it today. You think so, Cam? Evans TD, JMO TD, Mahomes 2.5. I hate Mahomes today. I'm a Panthers fan, so I'm biased. So I got to remember this, right? The reason why I hate the Mahomes play today is the Panthers have been killed on the ground. We have no D line. They're just going to run the ball all fucking game. We are not going to be able to stop them running the ball all game. If anything, I was kind of thinking Mahomes lower, low-key. And again, it could come back to bite me, which is why I didn't take it. But you look at it from a perspective of they're not going to need Mahomes in this game like they have in the past few games. I just don't see him throwing for 300, especially when JC's been playing out of his mind. In man coverage this season, he's the 3rd highest graded corner in the entire NFL. So he's playing out of his mind this year. So you have one good corner on the other side. Mike Jackson's been very mid, to say at best. So our secondary isn't as much the problem as it is our D-line. So I think, again, we're just going to get run all over. Anyway, keep it pushing. A-Rich rushing line's performance this year has been questionable. Look at his position. Yeah, no, I looked at the rushing line. You should check out Stroud rushing attempts. Look at both those right now. I looked at the A-Rich rushing line. I almost took that. I do like it. It's just not enough for me to make it an official play. I think him in general is just so... Like, we bet on his touchdown last week. Yes, I understand that. I just have so many question marks about A-Rich and when he fucking likes to run the ball. Because you look at it, you'd think, okay, they give up a long rushing touchdown almost every game. They give up a lot of rushing yards to quarterbacks, blah, blah, blah. Odds versus them. Oh, damn. Oh, he's played Max, CJ, Jordan Love. Those guys don't really run the football, especially Jordan Love off a knee injury. Mason Rudolph had a huge run. Sam Darnold had a huge run. Geno Smith had a huge run. Kyler, Baker. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I think this team's going to have Jack Campbell spy for most of this game. He's in, right? I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so they're going to have Jack Campbell probably spy him most of this game, which could be interesting. Jack Campbell's 6'5", dude. He's fucking massive. Anyway. This is rushing a temp line at. Don't have it on UD. Don't have it on UD. We'll check his rush attempt line. 8.5 feels. Nah, that feels better. That feels better. 8.5 rush attempts for A-Rich at plus money feels like way better value here. If you can get it 7.5, oh, it's a little juiced. It's a little juiced. But 8.5 plus money feels good. All right, we'll keep it pushing. The play we're going to rock, though, is going to be that Jahmyr Gibbs. Rushing play, I do like in this same game, Josh Downs. I know I talked about him being iffy earlier. Wow, it went up from the 57. I got it at 53, 54. Damn. Look at that value. Look at that value. Yeah. Again, I liked it down at 54. 58.5 feels fucking high. You still can get it 53. This is just high as shit. Yeah, so you get it around like the 53 value. Obviously, he's crushed this. Even with A-Rich, he's crushed this. You can have your dud games like Miami, sure. But so far this season, he's only had that really twice, and one of the games was his first game back from a high ankle sprain, which was against Chicago. I chalked that game entirely. High ankle sprain, it's just whatever. But again, he's going into a matchup where this Detroit team, again, they should be down most of the game. Detroit gives up a ton of receiving yards this year, second most in the entire league, only behind Baltimore, which is like crazy. They're like the two best teams and just can't guard anybody in the secondary. But give up a ton of passing yards per game. Obviously, A-Rich's line is a little low, which makes me weary, but Josh Downs is seeing 30% of the target share right now, which makes me feel really confident about this. Obviously, that big catch last week, but even without that big catch, they were using him in gadget roles, putting him in the backfield, trying to get him one-on-ones. So I think they're going to continue that today, and he's going to get a lot of opportunities. So I really like his line here. What's his reception line at? 4.5 feels also fantastic. Honestly, might like that more. Low-key, with A-Rich, maybe not. Maybe not. But I think he's a big play. I think he breaks one. All right, that's a ban. Get the fuck out of here. Next. Okay. Hunt over fantasy points. I like it for today, for sure. Check out Stroud rushing attempts. We will. Start Worthy or Thielen in fantasy. Tough with a bye week without Chase and Wilson. I would lean Worthy just because I don't know how 100% Thielen is. They say he's 100%, but again, a hamstring injury. Old. Not a great passing matchup. Yeah, I'm going to lean Worthy, but I don't love either of them. For AR, like attempts, 100 yards. We betting Bryce over 400 yards? Exactly. That's exactly where my head's at. What about Amir 2+ receptions against Denver? Yeah, White M. Yeah, I saw that. Holy shit, go Laub. That's bad. Akers or Laub? Holy fuck. Anybody else? Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into his 2.5 receptions as soon as we get to the line. I do like that play. I saw it a lot on Twitter. Saw a lot of people taking it. So we might have to hop on the train and tail. Minnesota, Chicago. Where's the spread for this game? 3.5. Interesting. I kind of like the Bears, dude, in this one. But they're probably going to lose. This is a stay away game for me. This is a don't fucking touch it. Because as soon as I do, I want to bet the wrong side. As soon as I do, I know it's going to hit the wrong side. My fucking intern just texted me and was like, I know that Monsty's hitting different. That's so funny. Nah, it is. For show. Hold on. Sorry about that. I text one of my editors. All right. Minnesota, Chicago. So we're looking at this, and I'm thinking my immediate thought, let's attack DJ Moore. Then my second thought is DJ Moore has been fucking ass. So then I'm like, okay, where do we go from here? You know where we go? We're slamming the lower. Actually, I think I got my stream play of the day. Where is he? Wow, dude. Oh, my God. Okay. I still think I'm leaning lower, but listen to this. I have a screenshot. Oh, I wish I could pull it up on this computer. This is a different. I have a screenshot of me on Tuesday. I go back to my TikTok. I made a video of just doing like early plays for Sunday. It got no views. It got like 1,000 fucking views. It was chalked. But I took DeAndre Swift lower 61.5 rushing yards. Now he's at 50. That is insane. That's actually insane, dude. I wish I took that. Fuck. Oh, dude. Someone said yesterday when I was playing, they were like, all the hypothetical bets people would have made so much money. That's literally me all the time. If you get the hook, I like Chicago. No, I agree. If you get the hook, I don't mind Chicago's side at all. Do you only like Tracy receiving yards? I also like his rushing yard line. I'm just hesitant because of how the Giants O-line is with when you look at like with DeVito, we don't know how that offense is going to move. We don't know how it's going to operate. Obviously, with Daniel Jones, it was clean. He's been in it. And DeVito's got reps. Obviously, he's got that spark. He got the you know what I'm saying? But I think in full non-bias, non-look at it from that perspective, not wanting them to be successful, you look at it just from a clean sweep of just they have X, Y, and Z. It's hard for me to get behind over 60 rushing yards with a bad O-line, with a quarterback play that's going to be very iffy. You know this Tampa Bay team's probably going to sell out the run because they know Tyrone's our best player on their team right now. Malik obviously is going to make an impact, but we don't know that connection with DeVito yet. So it's really hard for me to lean all the yards, but I like his receiving yards. I think, again, it's a risky play. Receiving yards is a risky play, and he hasn't been hitting it. But I think with DeVito, there are going to be easy checkdowns. They said the beat reporters for the Giants came out and said, hey, they're using him in more creative ways in the pass game. Obviously, he used to be a wide receiver. So they're going to try to get him more involved to make it easier for DeVito, and I think they're going to do that this week against the Tampa Bay team that's very susceptible to that. How do you get Pickett on the computer? I thought it was just an app. You got to get Pickett Pro. So once you get Pickett Pro, oh my God, I have something in my eye. Once you get Pickett Pro, it is $40. Actually, you can get it for $20. What am I saying? The max version's $40. You can get it for $20. You can see all your CLVs. You can see all of the EV bets, as well as you can also get it on the computer, which is fucking awesome, dude. I love having it on the computer. It's $20 a month, so it is pay. But if you use code BDGE, you do get a little bit of a discount, so you can take advantage and use that. Yeah, it's definitely worth it, though, if you want to get Pickett Pro for sure. Jones rushing yards doesn't feel good to me. Doesn't feel good to me against the Chicago defense that has been really good. Stafford over his passing yards the last 4 games. Cooper Kupp. Yeah, we'll get into the Stafford game for sure. Tracy attempts. His attempts is low, which makes you really fucking sketch. Jameer fantasy score definitely going over. I was thinking Swift TD for some fun. I'm thinking Swift low for fun. That's where I'm at. If I were to lean anything, I think it would be Swift. He's seen a huge dip in production since Roshan has joined the team. Since they've changed offensive coordinators, Roshan obviously saw a bigger role. So we'll see how that affects him going forward. Where the fuck is the game? Chicago. You go to Swift. Let's just double check everything. Injury reports. Checking out. Yeah, we should be good for the Chicago front. I'm trying to look at guys. Nate Davis doesn't play. It'll be interesting, but should be good. Okay. Yeah, against running backs, this team is really tough, as you can see. And obviously, he's had some big games, but they came off some huge rushing, like runs. You look at his longest rush last week, 39 yards of his 71 yards. Like, that's insane. Is he going to have a big break versus this Minnesota team that has allowed, like, nothing on the ground? That's a tough look, especially as Minnesota stinks versus the pass, so I think they might want to come out and sling the rock a little bit more. And DeAndre Swift, again, is losing a ton of snaps to Roshan. You look at his snap count even over the past few weeks, right? New offensive coordinator went down from seeing 70% of snaps down to 67, 62, now at 57. Roshan's slowly starting to work up. His rushing attempts, I can actually pull up real quick for you guys just so you can see it from Fantasy Life's perspective. Yeah, damn it. Hold on one second. Uno momento. Let me sign in. Uno momento, por favor. Oops. What the fuck? All right. There we go. Now we're back. Okay. So you look at Fantasy Life, and this is one of the best ways to look at like exactly what's going on with the Bears, right? Again, if you're not on Fantasy Life, you want to sign up using code BDG. It's absolutely free. It's not free, but you got to pay for the service. You got to free to use the code. Look at last week. Rush attempts down to 48%. Look at Roshan. Waldron. no Waldron. Look at the difference. You see what I mean? That is drastic, dude. If he's seeing 34% of the attempts compared to where Swift was seeing 89, 80, 67. Now you go down to 48. Drastically different game. So again, obviously the books know that, and that's why the line is low. But I think that's probably where your good value lies. Yeah, this guy's got to stop. This guy's got to stop. Stop. Puka receptions looks iffy. Quinyon might lock him up. As Seahawks fan, fuck Shane Waldron. No, actual facts. Like, I actually hate him. I'm not even a fucking Seahawks fan. All right, next, Dallas, Washington, wash of a game. Absolute wash. I really don't want to bet anything on this fucking game. It's an 11-point spread for a reason, 10.5. Like, yeah, I don't want to touch it. Only thing I'm touching, pause. Brian Robinson over touchdown, maybe fantasy points. That's really the only thing I like here. Yeah, no, everything else is just, it's tough tits. Again, divisional game, so maybe. I know in the chat, in the Discord, Tony put Luke Schoonmaker. I can quickly look. He put Luke Schoonmaker over 3.5 receptions. And tallied that up to 5.5. So he thinks Luke Schoonmaker is going to have a big day. So if you want to tail Tony in that aspect, take Luke Schoonmaker. That's perfectly fine. I'm personally not, but Tony's pretty good. So I would listen to him if he really feels good about something. Definitely can lean into that. All right, Jehovah's. Still haven't really found my live stream bet yet, but we'll find it. DeAndre Swift right now is probably the best one that I like. Unless we just take Bryce Young over. I mean, come on. Starting him in fantasy this week, so I have no other option. I mean, come on. How do you not take Brycey, baby? How do you take Carolina to not upset Kansas City? That's what I want to know. Like, what do we, you know, plus 500? Come on. Think I'm not going to sprinkle that? It's diabolical. Have you not seen the Bryce Young edits? That's what I want to know. Everybody in here has seen the Bryce Young edits on TikTok. Everybody. There's no way you haven't. At least send them to Tony. Bryce Young rushing yards actually looks like a good shout. That would be the only thing I would legitimately take for Bryce. Everything else, the only other pick I do like in this game, sadly, I'm going to say it. I don't want to say it, but I'll say it. Chuba Hubbard, your time is coming, Chief. Your time is coming. It's sad because Jonathan Brooks is going to get worked in. They say he's not on a pitch count. I call fucking cap. I think Jonathan Brooks is going to see probably like 6 touches, most. The rest is going to be Chuba. But again, there's a really, really tough defense in Kansas City. The actual, like, I think they're number 1. If I'm not mistaken, in rush yards per game now. I think they passed. Let's look. Yeah. Number 1 in rush yards and rush attempts per game. They are insane. They're light years above the rest of people. A little bit above the Ravens, and then light years above the rest of the team. Rest of the teams in the league. Like, they are so good at stopping the run. And Chuba's great. I love Chuba, but lower feels good. Pause. Lower feels fantastic. All right. Other one you could do, sneaky Johnny Hekker punting the ball a lot. He's a dog. He's a dog. I like Kareem Hunt to find the end zone. If you want to take his fantasy points, that also works. I like both these. All checks out. It all checks out. Tennessee, Houston. Kind of interesting play. Interesting play. What's the spot at here? Tennessee, Houston, right? 8. I kind of like Tennessee for 8. 8's a lot. Will Levis didn't play bad last game. But 8's a lot. Joe Mixon has been fantastic, but Tennessee's also been fantastic versus the run. That's another scary game for sure. 5th fewest rushing yards per game. They've had a lot of rushing attempts. Who the fuck is calling me? Yeah, enough. Getting calls mid shits. Dude, Tony just traded again in your elite mates. Tony's got to calm down with the trades. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the actual fuck is going on? Anyway. It's insane. He's got to put the app away. He's got to put the app away. Yo, these, like, shit's fucking insane. Jake Bates, extra point. All right, I mean, I can see that. Panthers covering 10.5 in this one. Need a Panthers fan opinion. I kind of like it, but I don't love it. Brooks over, I don't feel good about. As a Bills fan, when we ran, I wanted to kill myself. Facts. Grab the lower 59. Damn, that's fucking great. Were these sneaky rushing yards? I'll have to check that out in a second. He eats the division. Nico. All right. Low-key need a Nico to go nuclear this week. Bots, get the fuck out of here. Let's look. Nico at 77. I kind of like Nico's longest reception more. Is that crazy? I don't think it's crazy. Nico longest reception, 26.5. Let's look on props. I don't feel bad about it. I feel great. If I'm going to be honest, I feel great about it. Longest reception, 26.5. Like, dude, I mean, 5 or 6 games? The only game he missed was a 26? Knowing our luck, he'd do it again, 26? Yeah, I feel good about that for sure. Yeah, let's calm down. For sure. Wide receivers against Tennessee. They're receiving long. Where the fuck? They don't even have it here. All right. Jehovah's. Oh, they're 11th. All right. Justin Jefferson, 31. Jordan Edson, 47. Josh Palmer at 36. Ladd McConkey at 37. Pop Dougie at 21. Damn. Amari Cooper at 27. Keon Coleman at 57. So they're very susceptible to big plays. Obviously, Nico is that guy. I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that one at all. Feels great. So we'll do that for sure. And if I were to lean anything on the side of the game, I probably would still go Tennessee +8. That's a lot of points. +8. A lot of points. Dude, the games this week kind of are fucking ass. Thoughts? Anyone else feel that way? Like, I mean, Green Bay, Niners, great game. Arizona, Seattle, great game. Philly, the Rams, great game. Baltimore, Chargers, great game. 1 o'clock slate makes me want to fucking vomit, throw up, and shit. They're in a single game in this 1 o'clock slate that I'm like, yay. So excited. Next. New England, Miami. Wash. Drake London, though. I mean, Drake London. Drake May feels good at the 218 mark for passing yards. Tyreek Hill, reemergence maybe. Ramondre feels good. Ramondre low-key with May has been very good. Let's look. 74-73 back-to-back games versus tough rushing defenses. Now they go to play Miami, who been very middle of the pack. They allow... Dude, wait a minute. Plus 135, and they give up the 5th most rushing touchdowns this season? They didn't give one up to Kyron, though. Gave one up to Ray Davis, James Conner. They gave one up to Ramondre earlier in the season. That's an interesting spot for just a little bit of a sprinkle. Ugh, might have to take that. That might feel great for a plus money. Plus 135. Might even be able to get a better odds. Let's look. You can go to search. Let's go to Ramondre. Ramondre. Yep, there it is. Let's look. TDs. You get a plus 145. I don't know if you guys can see this on the screen very well. Plus 145. Plus 115. Yeah, nothing really else here. So plus 145 feels like great odds. So maybe we'll sneaky take that. Sneaky take that. Yo, these bots gotta stop. Bots gotta stop. Absolutely feel that. Too many teams on bye. There's so many this week. Sunday Night Football is gonna be a movie though, which I'm hyped. Patriots upset the Finns. Is that much of an upset? What's the favorites? 7? 7? Have they watched Miami? Yeah, I'm definitely leaning fucking Patriots. Plus 310, I'm definitely going to sprinkle that. I'm definitely going to sprinkle a uni on that. Plus 310 value for the Patriots to win that game versus Miami feels awesome. Feels great. And Ramondre touchdown. Anyway, okay, I'm done with this game. I really got nothing else that I love. Yeah, nothing else I really love. All right, here's my game. Here's the game everybody wants to see. What you doing, Tommy DeVito? 6.5 versus the Bucks. Bucks obviously most likely getting Mike Evans back. He's a game time decision. It might have came out by now. I haven't checked on my phone. Is there any locks that he's playing? Anybody? Malik Neighbors is officially playing. Anybody got word? How we doing, Jack? Weekly Scoochie bet suggestion. Not betting related, but wanted to have a start. Butte, Westbrook Akine, just Hill. Definitely get Westbrook Akine. That's what I'm saying. He's active? Okay, yeah, so he's back. He's back, which is good. So that means it's going to be interesting for Bake. We get to see Bake cook. Yo, what the hell? Yo, here's the thing in fantasy right now. Starting, you can't see. It's not going to focus. Bryce Young and Jalen Cooker. Thoughts? All right, we got the officially active literally right now. Malik is playing. Mike is playing. DeAndre Swift is playing. Keenan Allen's playing. And Sam Laporta are all playing. So I like that spot a lot. Okay. Yeah, no, I like kind of Mike Evans right here at 55.5 against the Giants. That feels good then. If he's playing and he's active full time, 55.5 again, coming off a hamstring injury could be risky, but I like it. I'm probably not playing it myself, but if you want to take it, I like it. That's so like fucking condescending. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna take it, but if you want to take it, how you down? Anyway, I like the Mike Evans spot. I honestly like his long reception more. He's going to probably catch a deep ball. This Giants team fucking stinks. Malik is playing. Don't know how much he's really going to be affected. Again, rushing line for Tyrone is 60.5. That's so high for not having so many question marks. But I do like his receiving yards. I think he's going to get involved. I think it's going to happen this week. I think he's going to have a big day. I'm praying to God that he has a good day. And, yeah, we're so due for an 0-5 day, which is, like, scaring the fuck out of me. Like, I have had such a good 2 weeks. I am so due. Anyway, I think that's a great play. He's been utilized now in the slot more. He's seeing, again, to go to fantasy life, he's being utilized in that role. I think this week they really want to make it an emphasis, again, with Tommy DeVito. Going to be interesting. Where the hell are the Giants? Giants are running back. Tyrone Tracy doesn't even have an image. How disrespectful is that? But again, you look at routes. Last week, 62% of routes. Week before that, 55% of routes. So they're getting them involved. 69, 68. Obviously, a dip here. But again, clearly seeing the majority of snaps, which we want to see. And now the routes, which we want to see. Targets just haven't been there. I think with DeVito, that could change. We could see a lot more targets here. And targets per route run is what we want to see come up. So I think that's going to happen this week. Could be elite. What happened to Devin, man? Fell off the face of the fucking earth. I also sneaky like Giants 6.5. Maybe DeVito does something, but it's tough with Mike back. I don't know if I love it. Wow, went up in front of my eyes. Bucky rushing line. I also like. Didn't love it as a play myself, but I like it at 55.5. This Giants team has been susceptible to some big rushing days. Obviously, we saw Chuba go for like 150 on them. I think Bucky can have a big day here. 55.5 feels great. Maybe he's rushing a temp line as well. I don't know what's at the top of my head, but 55.5 feels awesome. No, I was saying all three are in my lineup. Holy shit. That's an insane lineup. Low-key, good odds. Evan at anytime touchdown. You could sneaky take that. Yo, this whole bot shit's got to stop. At some point, we got to grow up. Bryce and Cooker are the stack of the century. Might be. Like, it might be. That's how down bad my team is right now. Full PPR, Juwan or Debo? Juwan. Tommy checkdowns might have to be. Debo's been ass, but I got Jennings there right now. Tony Pollard or Bucky Irving. I'm leaning Bucky. Again, I think he has a big game versus this Giants defense, which is very susceptible. So hopefully that is good there. All right, keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving. Denver and the Raiders. Bo Nix is now at 224. I took it at 217. But 224 you can live with. Damn, I got some value on that. How you down? 217 for Bo Nix feels great. My intern got it at like 213 too, which is crazier. Obviously, he's been going off the past few games at 300 yards last game. Now he goes against a Raiders team, which is one of the most susceptible to massive days through the air. Also, again, they're favored in this game. So, and even when they were favored, though, he's still throwing for over 30 yards, 30 attempts a game. So, Bo Nix is seeing insane volume, even while being favored. Vegas could be scrappy this week. Maybe a scrappy little comeback. They're a team you don't really want to play. I think Denver comes out. He had 206 yards last time they played, I think. Where was it? Why am I looking at Ramondre? Where's the pass yards for Bo Nix? Yeah, he had 206 passing yards last time they played. But again, you look at the team, like they've been winning games 37, 33, 30, and 33 attempts. Like, he's seeing the volume. So as long as it's there and the efficiency's there, he should easily smash this line, right? I got a 217. Does that change anything? No, it doesn't. But, again, should have a big game. Should be able to produce. Jacoby Myers, good slot in there as well. Playing Pat Surtain, leaning the lower this week. Yo, you think that's realistically what's probably going to happen. I don't love it enough as he's their main target right now to say that, but Brock Bowers over 58.5 receiving yards also feels good. All right, Jehovah's. Oh, I didn't want to take Bo off. I'm going to take all the plays that aren't like locks for me off. Nico's in contention to be play of the day. Live stream play of the day. DeAndre Swift's in contention to be live stream play of the day, but both of them are out for now. We have 4 picks right now. San Francisco, Green Bay. Brandon Allen quarterbacking for San Francisco. You don't love to see it. But obviously the star power on the San Francisco team should make up for most of that. Jalen Reed should have a big day as well. I think he could find the end zone. Josh Jacobs, this Green Bay team should win. Bottom line, they should win by a pretty good amount. The line is at only 6.5. Holy fuck, that's a lot. Beating San Fran, taking San Fran 6.5 kind of feels like solid value, but with Brandon Allen playing, this could be a 40-point blow the doors off on Boss Man. Dontavian Wicks at 11.5 longest reception also feels like a good play. He's obviously been dealing with drops this season, but never know. Cooker's out. Damn. All right, well, I'll take him out of my lineup. Big L. Seahawks going to cook today. I'm coping because we need to beat the Cardinals. Yeah, I think you guys will. Otten or McBride? Otten shaved his head. So I go McBride. How do you feel about Knicks picks? What are Knicks picks? Love going over passing yards and B-Rob Tutty. B-Rob Tutty feels great. Passing yards feels awesome. Oh, I just got the nutty 2 minutes ago that Cooker's out. Damn. Rip the stack. Long live Jalen Cooker and Bryce Young. All right. That means I have to play Adonai Mitchell. That's insane. But imagine big Adonai Mitchell day. Some are saying. Panthers cook for sure without Cooker now. Yeah, no, that's a difference maker. Javonte a lock for a touchdown. That feels like the furthest thing from a lock, but maybe. Watson anytime. He's so due. Nick has the woke picks. Nick tries. We let him live. Okay, hey, let him live. But again, passing over feels solid for Jordan Love. Jaden Reed's all right. Good shout. Low key, Ricky P could be a decent shout. But yeah, nothing here I really love. Honestly, Juwan Jennings, lower, longest reception. I low-key love that. Brandon Allen playing. he's not like he's a strict like PPR god, yak guy. Like he's not gonna see these deep passes unless he's probably with Brock. Lower than 20.5 feels good right at that spot. But heading into our plus money play of the day, it's not even on Underdog, but it would be 4.5 receptions for Marvin Harrison. I see the world is taking his receiving yards, which makes me feel even worse about it. But I like his 4.5 receptions. Probably like gutters. Why would I? Why the fuck would I? Let me read some stats to you guys. Right? I have stats. I do research. I do numbers. Okay. Let's look at this. Right. Marvin Harrison. Let's pull it up. Where's Marvin? Marvin, baby. Receptions. 4.5. He hasn't been hitting this very consistently. But, right? Marvin Harrison has been effective against press coverage this season. 261 receiving yards versus press, third most in the NFL. Four touchdowns versus press, second most in the NFL. 17 receptions, second most in the NFL. And then when he's targeted facing press coverage, 44.1% of the time. That's second most in the entire league. I think the only one higher is Jamar Chase. So that's insane. Again, and the Seahawks play press coverage over 40% of the game. That's the fourth highest rate in the entire league. If he's seeing a ton of press coverage, he's going to have a big day. I think he continues to have a big day here. Marv, over 4.5 receptions for big plus money. Plus 135 it is now. Damn. I took it on only 126, but now you can get an even better value, 135. Taking a little plus money sprinkle. Hopefully it pays off. That's what I like. If you don't want to take the plus money sprinkle and you're worried about it, I like Kyler passing yards as well at 215. I also don't mind Trey McBride here. I think it's going to be a big scoring name. DK Metcalf at 67.5. He's just like the guy there. Arizona can't stop fucking anybody. So I kind of like that as well. I always take a Kenneth play, but I don't know if today's the day. That game I'm excited for. Now this game, everybody's excited for. We'll just put this on there for now. This game everyone's excited for. I do have a few plays that I like that I'm leaning towards in this game. The bots have got to go away. Nick had Tampa minus 5.5, Tennessee plus 8, Packers minus 1.5 before Brandon Allen starting. Damn, it's good value. And Cardinals minus 1. I mean, I agree with almost all those. Tampa's the only one I'm kind of worried about. Packers 1.5 feels awesome. Cardinals 1.5 feels solid. It's a pick 'em game. Tennessee plus 8 feels good. All right. Anyway, we keep it pushing. This is where I'm at, right? This is where my head's at. 6.5 receptions. It was the line for Puka. I like the lower. Quinyon Mitchell's been literally the best corner in the NFL, sadly. I didn't think he could play man like this. Came into the league as a zone corner. Almost a strict zone corner. Played over 87% of snaps in zone. So everyone was like, is he going to be able to play man? Well, fucking we were wrong. Yeah, he can play man. He's actually one of the best at it. He's insanely athletic. Makes me question a lot for Puka. Plus 6.5 receptions is so high. Like, he could go 6 for 60, and I could be like, that's so fair. But 7 for like 80 feels like a fucking lot. Especially with Cooper Kupp playing. But we're also going to take Cooper Kupp's under. 64.5 receiving yards. Probably like, why the fuck would we do that? Cooper DeJean, second highest success rate in the slot since week 6. Guys, if you had to guess, I want to see the answers real quick. We have 100 people in here. If you had to guess how many receivers have gone over their receiving yard marker since October 6th versus this Philly team, how many would you guess? Over their receiving yard lines. If you had to guess, how many would it be? There you guess. How many players have gone over their receiving yard lines versus Philadelphia since the beginning of October? Some of you guys watch my video, so like maybe you guys know from there. Okay. Bloyer watched my video, I think. And he's a goat for that. Because the only person to go over is Parker fucking Washington. That is it. with 41 receiving yards. Parker, Washington. Yeah, that's nuts, right? Clearly this team is playing lights out. Washington came into the game one of the best passing offenses in all of football. They're absolutely electric. They get shut the fuck down. Under cashes and I'm pulling up a quick stat here. Under cashes and the person who's been fucking insane this year, Terry McLaurin got absolutely shut down. Had no chance. Let's look. Hold on. I mean, you even look at Cincinnati. Jamar Chase didn't hit his line. Like obviously we're like, oh, we trust the Rams pass catchers. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. But when you shut down Jamar Chase and you kind of shut down Joe Burrow, that's very impressive. Trevor Lawrence, as everyone says, if he is, shut him down. Washington, been rolling. Jaden Daniels, MVP conversations, shut him down. So it's like, yeah, you can say all this, but it's like realistically, these lines are high as fuck. You think about anybody in the right mind, the Rams lines are high as fuck. 64.5 receiving yards for wide receiver 1/2 is insane. 6.5 receptions. I might take the lower on both of them. I don't think I want to. I think Cooper Kupp can see a ton of receptions under the 10-yard marker, but he's not going to see much after that. Reason being, let's look at some fucking numbies real quick because I got them for you. Eagles allow the 4th fewest passes under 10 air yards and have tied for the 5th fewest touchdowns under 10 air yards. So again, who gets peppered the most under 10 air yards? Cooper Kupp. Okay, so we lean lower on Cooper Kupp, right? And Quinion obviously on Puka all game. Again, his receiving yard mark he could hit in a few catches, but I realistically think he's going lower for sure. Anyway, moving on to the other play I like on the opposite side of the ball. Saquon Barkley, 20.5 rush attempts. Feels great. Obviously, he's been killing this. I think the Birds will be up in this game. I honestly don't like the Birds, so for me to say that, I feel like it takes a lot. He's been crushing this line. He's hit this in 5 of 7 games where he's played over 56% of snaps. He's played a few games where he's played only like 50% of snaps. Obviously, the Giants game, obviously when they're winning by a lot, he comes out early. So when he's not getting pulled out early, he hits this line pretty consistently, and obviously the past few games, he's really crushed this line, having like 26, 24 attempts. So him to have 20 rushing attempts feels fine, and I'm going to take the higher there. So that's kind of where I'm at. Also, I do like Matt Stafford also throw a pick. That one could be one. Kind of just fading the Rams. For him to throw a pick feels good. Again, everyone's like, oh, his passing yard line is so low. No, it's just the Eagles' defense has been fucking lights out. They've been so good. Yo, this fucking bot has got to leave. God damn it. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. All right, but now we get to the play of the day, right? It's already 11:48. We're like, Gutters, what are you doing? Where the fucking play today at? Live stream play today. What do you guys think it should be? What are your guys' plays of the day here? I had some inspiration for the last one when we went Joe Mixon 2 tuds. I got some massive inspiration from the chat. So let's see where we're at. And Monday I'll have a live stream after you guys to go over just Monday's slate real quick as well. So we'll go over that tomorrow. But that game's going to be fucking electric. This game's going to feed families. And I'm so hyped for it. Even though it's probably going to end up being like 17-10 final score, most boring game of the slate. Geno Smith over rushing yards. Next week we get Brandon Allen versus Josh Allen in prime time. That's elite. I trust Sean McVay's game planning and Matthew Stafford's gunslinging more than the Eagles defense. I tell you, that's fair. Listen, if you wanted like lean into that narrative, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to listen to like what I say all the time. You can obviously take your own thoughts. That's very fine. Lock the day, bye week, over points against the Bengals. That's elite. That's elite. That's so fucking funny, actually. Bye week, lock, Jags lose. How do you lose a bye week? I don't know. The Jags will figure it the fuck out. I think right now, 2 different directions I'm leaning. I like the Chuba under. 54.5 feels fine. You could probably get him at 55. I like that under a lot. You know, again, I hate fading my guys because they're on my team. I'm rooting for the Panthers, but kind of just got to be realistic here when I'm betting. I also like the Nico over longest reception against Tennessee. It's another one I'm leaning towards. And I like there's another play I liked that I liked a lot. What was it? Oh, DeAndre Swift lower. I think I might lock in DeAndre Swift lower. Bucky anytime. Bucky anytime feels good. Bucky rushing yards also feels great. Eckler over rushing yards versus the Cowboys. Sounds random, but AC just did the Kendrick Bourne write up, and I love the narratives. Ours is okay. Revenge games don't fucking matter, but if Caruso's on it, that's interesting. Yo, bots gotta leave. Okay, let's look up where we can get the best value. Bucky at 53. Okay, let me look it up. Let me look up Bucky real quick. Because I kind of really like his line. I love Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving came into the year. I got shafted. Hated. Nick Scout. Like, Nick called me the dumbest motherfucker for thinking Bucky Irving. I coming in at 190 pounds. He's not going to be fucking shit. Yeah. What now? He's my RB3 in this class. Brooks, Allen, Bucky. Those are my top three. I got shafted. Everybody else had him in like 8 or 9. I'm victory lapping that because that was like my hard take of the NFL draft. Bucky Irving was going to be a good running back in the NFL. He is good. Now I just hype myself up to want to take him. They love the 29th most rushing yards per game. His line's at 55.5. He doesn't hit this very often. Rushing attempts feels good. What is rushing attempts? 11.5. That's high. And it's juiced. So rushing yards as juiced? Not as juiced. Oops, that's receiving yards. Rushing yards? You know, like 110, 120. I hate this slate. Players at 54 versus Kansas City. Lamar, Mason, Allen. Yeah. Took Tracy or Evans to score first touchdown in the Bucs game. Thoughts, Guttis? Tracy feels a good score. Actually, that's a lie. Evans feels like a great score first. Giants are definitely not scoring first unless they do. All right, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna rock with Quentin. Quentin's in here sometimes. Maybe Quentin's in here now. If you don't know Quentin Locks, look him up on Twitter. He's the GOAT. He took Chuba under. And despite Chuba's success, now Jonathan Brooks is in the picture. I think I got to go lower. It's so hard. I hate doing that. He's at 153 yards. I hate doing that. I love Chuba. But I think it's the smart play. Get him at 56.5. Let's look at Pickett. Where can you get Chuba? Oh, I hate this. Maybe I won't do it just because I don't want to do it in my heart. Under, 56.5. Yep. At minus 110. Okay, let's look up Swift. I feel like Swift's such a lock. Like, he needs to break one to have a massive day. So you can get it under 50.5. All right. Fuck. I think what I'm going to do is take Swift's under 50.5 rushing yards. I think that's what I'm going to do. And you guys can all take Chuba. And I'll probably take both. I'll take both. I'll take DeAndre Swift lower and Chuba lower. We'll rock with both. Those are the 2 plays of the day for the stream. That's what we're locking in. Let me lock them in right now on FanDuel. And I'll show you guys per usual. This is what we're doing. We're locking in both of them. Under Under Chuba Hubbard, under DeAndre Swift. That's what locking in. I can't take it on Underdog right now because I'm in Jersey. But that's the live stream. I'll put it in the Discord. So if you guys aren't in the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. Link is in the description right below. It's free. Like you don't pay for anything. I'm not gonna be charging people for my picks. I don't think I'll ever do that. So many people charge like premium for pick. You guys don't. Yeah, I don't got nothing to like charge you guys for. Like, I'm just an any bull who does a lot of research. You ain't gotta pay for that. Yeah. Oh, it's sad to see. Also, a betting tip for you guys, thoughts and ideas. A lot of people I see all the time, and I really disagree with how they do this. And some people make money doing it, some people don't. But I personally, I always go like 1.2 units, 1.3 units, so I make sure I get a unit back if the play hits. Yeah, you might lose a little bit more if you fucking reverse sweep. I understand, and that happens. But you'll make more over time when you hit more plays. And as of right now, we are very positive on straight bets. And I take a lot of straight bets. So that is that's my like thought process between those two things. So like if I'm like my unit size, I'm very transparent on here. I bet $25 unit size. I'm freshly out of college. I don't got a fucking ton of money to work with. $25 unit size. I'll play like $28 on a play. And $28 will get me back to like $25, so I get a unit back. But I'm playing a little bit more, so I'm playing that extra $3. But I think that's the way to go. You got a signed rookie Chuba card or rookie something? That's fucking sick. Are you taking 100 loop keys over? Might have to. All right, we got Chuba under 56.5 rushing yards. I'll show both these slips. Just so you guys see them. There we go. Bang, bang. It focuses. Both the unders. Right? Yeah. There's been times, like, I took Clint Capella last year for a sweep, and he hit the under, and I posted the under. My dumbass took the over by accident. Oh, that was one of the worst things of all time. I was like, damn, I cashed out. Nope. Fucking dumbass took the over. All right, Jehovah's. I appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We had 100 guys in here, like, the entire time, which is pretty fucking lit. So I appreciate all you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of fun shit. It is the easiest way to support the channel. Make sure if you're not in the Discord, you go join the Discord down below so we can just keep cashing out, making plays happen, and locking in. Also, that's probably the best way to get me to answer questions if you guys have questions. So I'll catch you guys next time, and enjoy the slate today. Enjoy the shitty 1 o'clock slate and the elite games later on. I'm taking that Mike Evans over, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.